uniting us all from far and near. With every broadcast, we spread the cheer.
We are Ham Radio. Good morning, everybody. It's Freddie Mac, your Ham Radio Crusader, and I'm here to talk to you today about backups. No, not that kind of backup. Recently, I suffered a catastrophic event, nearly catastrophic event, on my home AllStar node, to which I had made a backup image of, and for some reason, it didn't work, and I don't know why. I'm still looking into that. But I was using my home node as a tester from a remote location to test some scripts that I had developed, and I noticed that the node was rebooting very slowly. It was taking longer than normal for it to reboot, and felt something was up. So when I got home, I continued on with my work and noticed it was happening again. And then finally, when I rebooted, the radio didn't come back. The radio connection didn't come back, and then the web interface didn't come back properly. Actually, I could get into the cockpit, but I couldn't do much, and the Supermon page or the Allmon page wouldn't come up, and the Supermon page was gone. And after I was able to SFTP into it, the Supermon directory was destroyed. It was gone. AutoSky subdirectory was still there, but the rest of it was gone. So something bad happened, obviously. I was able to get some of my vital scripts and a cron job off of there, my cron tab off of there, which was a lot of the battle, but I lost some config files. It was just, I didn't like it. So with the help of Alan over there at ASL, he said, hey, I can boot my node right up off of a USB drive. And I'm like, and when I say USB drive, I mean a USB thumb drive, like a flash drive. So I thought, you know what? I'll try it. And I went down to Walmart and I picked up a SanDisk, high speed, like 130 megabytes per second, formatted it with the Raspberry Pi imager, put the Raspberry Pi Appliance on it, and still running on it right now, as a matter of fact. But I'm like, crap, I've got to get this backup thing down. So I got to work, and I shot a whole other video that I'm not even going to use. I went into it with some preconceptions, and as usual, proved wrong about most of them, but at least now I'm educated. So this video is to help you understand the built-in backup and restore feature in ASL3, and to give you some pointers along the way, and some other ideas as well. So let's go back up our AllStarLink nodes, okay? Okay. There's nothing like the taste of soul-touching goodness in the morning. Let's get to it. Okay, here we go. This is how we do it. Go to the landing page of your Raspberry Pi node, go into the web admin portal, and log in to your node. Now this is a fresh install, so before I do anything else, I'm going to go to terminal. Or you can initiate an SSH session from other SSH client software you wish. But I'm going to do this from the terminal. So first thing I'm going to do is a sudo su, give myself root access. And then I'm going to go ASL-menu. All right, now just to show you what's going on, I'm going to go ahead and go into node settings and AllStar node setup menu and let you see there is no node currently set up. So main menu all the way down to backup and restore menu. And what we have here is the create node backup for the number one in the restore backup restore menu. Create node backup, restore node from local backups, restore node from backup.allstarlink.org. Restore ASL3 default configuration, delete a local backup file, view edit files to backup, restart asterisk or information. We're going to cover this information just real quick, just so we're all clear on what this function does. The create option will create a backup archive of your configuration. The archive will be stored locally in the /var/ASL-backups directory in a TGZ format. After the backup is created, you will have the option to upload to archive to an AllStarLink backup server. The restore options will allow you to restore an AllStarLink configuration from a previously saved backup. The backup archive will be from either local storage or from the AllStarLink backup server. You also have the option to restore the ASL3 default configuration, which is basically where we're at now. The delete option will allow you to remove any of your locally stored backups. The edit option will allow you to view and or update the file and directory path names that will be included in a backup archive. Okay? Okay, so with all that said, we're not going to start with how to create a node backup because this is a fresh install. So we're going to restore this node from a local backup. We're going to hit that, and there are no available backups to restore. So we don't have any local backups. So let's go to restore node from a backup.allstarlink.org backups. So it's going to need to know, okay, what node number are we backing up or restoring to? So 576.332. And it needs the password for that node number. So when I say password, I mean your allstarlink.org. Go to portal, go to node settings, and here are your nodes. So we're doing 332, 576.332, and we hover over that, and that is the password that it is asking for here. So back to terminal, and it says the password for 576.332. Hit OK. And there are 3 choices. One I have actually made today, but let's say you want to make a different choice. Up and down arrow, or right and left arrows, I'm sorry, until you get a red cursor. Then if that's not the one you want, down arrow once, hit spacebar, down arrow again, hit spacebar. You just choose the one you want. I'm going to choose this one for the purposes of this video. Then tab down to restore, and it's copying it down from the cloud and recovering it and restoring it. So now an ASL restart is required, so hit OK. And you can notice down here it says, hey, we need to restart asterisk. So let's do that. And the file is restored. And once it's done, you're going to get this indication, restarting asterisk system control restart asterisk service, hit enter. Now, before we continue, let's just go back. Now we can go to node settings, AllStar node setup menu, and now you can see 576.332 and a private node of 1411 that I did configure are here, and there it is. But it backed it up with a previous password, so it is blotted out here. So we'll have to go in here and change that password to the current one. Hit back, and look, got to restart asterisk, and that's done. So back to the main menu and back to backup and restore menu. So before we create a node backup, there's more I need you to understand. Let's view edit files to backup. Let's take a look at that configuration. Okay, this is a configuration file of what the backup and restore program looks at to backup or restore. So right here is the etc asterisk folder. There's a lot in there, and that will get you going. Again, that will save your rpt.conf file, your iax.conf file, your extensions.conf, and many, many others. But it will also grab my etc asterisk local subfolder because it grabs everything underneath it. etc asterisk will also bring in its subfolder. So I add that local subfolder for all my script files. This will include your ASL backup files, if any. etc SA818 configuration file. If you're using a device with an SA818 chip, it'll bring that config file with it. All of your Allmon 3 config files that are necessary to bring over and back up and save, which is great because it'll give you a dashboard to control your node right off the bat. So if you want to add additional files and or entire folders to be backed up, you can put it here at the bottom. I like to include opt if I have DV switch already installed. My main configuration files will all be in the opt folder. If I had DV switch installed, I would want to back up that folder. Now, if I wanted to save my configuration file for Skywarn Plus, I would just do a user local bin Skywarn Plus. Remember, this is case sensitive. config.yaml. Now I'll have that file backed up and it'll restore to that same point. But if it's not there when the backup happens, it won't get backed up. So wait till you have everything configured, come back in and throw in these lines. So what you back up is what gets restored. All right, so now with that all known, we can come up here to create a node backup, and we're going to save a local backup, which means this will save it to your AllStar node, and it'll save it under var/asl-backups/ and this file name here. It's a TGZ file. It's an archive. I don't know that it's necessarily compressed, but it is all files into one file, which is essentially an archive. So let's save this local backup. And we're done. So it says, hey, the backup is completed. Would you also like to save this backup to backup.allstarlink.org? Well, sure I do. Let's hit yes. and now it's backed up to backup.allstarlink.org, and it's all complete. So we've created a backup of our current configuration. Now, normally I wouldn't do this until I've got everything on the node configured, or if I added something to the node, boom, I'm going to go back and create a node backup. So let's say we wanted to restore from a local backup. Now there are some choices in there, and you can hit the right arrow and then up and down arrow, spacebar to select, and you can restore from those backups. Now, if you hit Restore ASL3 Default Configuration, that will take everything back to square one as if no nodes were configured at all, and you get to start over again. And, you know, in some cases, that may be something you want to do. Now, if you want to go in here and delete some of the backups that you've made, you can select them all or select none. You're just going to hit the right arrow, hit the space bar so you know you're there. Now, if you're in a different SSH client, this may appear a little bit easier to see. I don't know, but we're not going to remove anything. I just want you to know that it's there. Okay, so now, since you can back up files to backup.allstarlink.org and keep them on the cloud, there's a thing you've got to remember. That file size that they allow you to back up to cannot be larger than 2 megabytes. Let me give you an example why I'm pointing that out. This is my main home node, and if I go into my backup and restore menu and I view edit what I'm backing up, you can see that I'm pulling in everything under asterisk, but these lines that are commented out were some of my research and development files that I made backups of. But right now I'm keeping my opt, I'm keeping my backups, my SA818, all of Etsy asterisk, all my OM-on3, plus var lib asterisks and sounds, and that's where all my sounds for my time announcement at the top of the hour, as well as weather conditions sounds, are all stored. There's quite a few of them. There's like 3,000 files in there, and I wanted to keep them. And this var/spool/cron/cron tabs brings in my root cron tab file because it's kind of big and complicated, and I wanted to back it up as well. So these are stored on the node itself as well as other places, but I want to show you something. The files are stored in var ASL-backups, and here is my latest backup that I made this morning. Note that it's 19 megabytes in size, because it's bigger than normal. I can't save a file this large up to the cloud. It will only take a file that's 2 megabytes or smaller. So what I do is I grab that file and I put it over on my local machine, and voila, there it is. But then I take that and I upload it to my Google Drive. Now you can save it on a flash drive, you can, if you have another cloud solution for storage, whatever you choose, that's up to you, but this is where I store mine. Through my experimentation stage here, you can see that I've commented on a lot of folders that I ended up trying to back up, but it created a file, as you can see, that was 1.15 gigabytes in size. And the problem with that was this software couldn't restore it. It wasn't designed to process files that large. It's designed to give you a nice, simple backup of your node, so if you crater it or whatever, you have a copy locally and or on the cloud that you can restore and get going again quickly. So I couldn't restore a file that large back to the node. So what I did was keep it. I kept it anyway because this is that big file. I'm sorry, that is not that big file. This is a backup file, but the big file will do the same thing. And here's what it looks like if you use a program like Archive Utility to unarchive it. You can use a zip you probably can use WinZip or WinRAR or other archiving programs to unzip it, but this is all the subfolders that I've selected, and guess what? There's my Etsy asterisk, which gives me my rpt.conf, my iax.conf, extensions.conf, but it also gives me my local subdirectory, and all my script files are saved. There's my opt folder where all my DB switch config files are saved, and var where my backups are, and my cron tabs for my root. So that's a basic deal, but it gets me back going again, and it saves some vital files. So I kept it down to around 19 megabytes. I can only store it locally, but the program will restore it to the node. Plus, you have a valid backup of your files. Now, another method that I have done is I made a complete backup of my current AllStarLink node since my tragic data loss, and I just got an identical USB flash drive, burned the ASL3 Raspberry Pi Appliance to it and booted up the node, and I did a restore from my local backup. But then I went through and I installed all my other programs, my Skywarn Plus, my DB Switch, my Supermon 7.4, my AllScan, and whatever, all my script files and my cron tabs. I got everything going back the way it was on this new USB drive, booted it down properly, took that backup flash drive out, put in the flash drive that I configured after my data loss, booted everything back up, and now I have a solid, complete USB flash drive separate from the one that I'm using. In case my node goes down again, I'm just gonna switch them out and power right back up. So give yourself plenty of options with backups. Save it on the cloud, save it locally, save it on another drive, whatever you have to do. Having this backup restore menu in ASL3 is everything.
You cannot have two backups. Of course I can. It's just good sense to back up your backup.
Because you can take your simple backup, back it up to the cloud, save it locally as well if you keep it simple. And if it goes down, then you can get right back up in no time and then worry about getting all your extras added on later. So folks, let me give you these final words to hopefully inspire you. If you fail to prepare, you're preparing to fail. Hey folks, I want you to know that everything that you do for the channel is a huge help to keep us moving forward, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything that you do. Consider becoming a channel member. Every little bit helps keep the channel moving forward, and it gets us moving closer to our goal to make an amateur radio better for all of us. So thank you, and like, subscribe, tell your friends. Hey, appreciate it. Anything you do is great. I thank you. All right, folks, this is Freddie Mac, your ham radio crusader, saying 73s, wishing all the good signals to be yours, and ham on, y'all.